Hi there, fifth graders. You have learned a lot this week, and today we're going to practice what you've learned so far. So we're going to do a whiteboard review of what you learned in lessons 1 through 3, and then you're going to have a couple of assignments that go along with it. So you should have your whiteboard, your marker, your eraser ready to roll. If you're doing this from home and you don't have a whiteboard, you can use scrap paper. That is fine. All right, here's your first problem. 800 times 40, I want you to evaluate. That just means solve. So go ahead and solve that out. You can press pause and press play when you're set. All right, 8 times 4 is 32, and there are 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3 zeros. So you should have 32,000. Erase. Here's your next one. I have 200 times 100,000. Go ahead and solve that one out and press play when you're ready. All right, a couple different ways to look at this. You could do 200 times 1 and then put 5 zeros after that. Or you could do 2 times 1 and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros after it. Either one will work. So I'm just going to do 200 times 1. That gives me 200. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I put my commas in, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you get 20 million. That is what you should have. A 2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. All right, erase. Next. 54 times 10 to the 5th power. Press pause. Press play when you're done. All right, with this we learned that since I'm multiplying by a power of 10, meaning my base is 10, I can do 54 times 1, which is 54. And this exponent tells me I'm going to have 5 zeros after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we put our commas in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and we have 5,400,000. Erase. 800 times 10 to the 1st power. Go ahead and pause. Press play when you're done. All right, I'm going to look at this as 800 times 1, and there we go, 800. And then I have to add 1 0 after that. Now 10 to the 1st power, that means I have 110, so it's kind of just like multiplying 800 by 10, right? That's where that 1 0 comes in. So yes, we get 8,000. All right, next one, 4 times 6 in parentheses. So the quantity of 4 times 6 times 10 to the 3rd power. Go ahead and press pause. Press play when you're ready. 4 times 6 is 24. So I'm going to have 24 times 1. And this 3 tells me I need 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. So 24,000 is what you should have. Next. Okay, this one looks a little different, so if you're not sure what to do with it, why don't you go ahead and watch me, and then for the next one after that, you'll know what to do. So for this, parentheses I would solve first, right? So I'm going to ignore this too. And if I wanted to solve out 3 times 10 to the 2nd power, I can do 3 times 1 is 3, and that 2 tells me 2 zeros, right? Now that I've solved inside that, I need to take 2 times that. So I just replaced this with 300. 2 times 3 is 6, and then I have 2 zeros. So 600 should be your answer. All right, this next one's just like that. So go ahead and try this one. Press pause, press play when you're ready. All right, I'm going to solve inside here first. 4 times 10 to the 4th power. 4 times 1 is 4, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros after that. So 4 times 10 to the 4th power would be 40,000. And so now that's done, right? I have to take 9 times that. So we learned with this, we can just take the 9 times the 4, which is 36, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So when I put my comma in, 1, 2, 3, I get 360,000. All right, another one like that. So go ahead and erase, press pause, and press play when you're ready. All right, I'm going to solve in here first. 9 times 10 squared. Well, 9 times 1 is 9, and this 2 tells me 2 zeros. So 9 times 10 squared is 900. I'm supposed to take 15 times 900. So I have to do 15 times 9, and we've had a couple of those on our bell work. And remember that we can use the break apart strategy for this. So instead of taking 15 times the 9, we can do 10 times the 9 and 5 times the 9. 10 and 5 make the 15. 10 times 9 is 90. 5 times 9 is 45. And we add those together to figure out what 15 times 9 is. So 0 plus 5 is 5, and 9 plus 4 is 13. So 15 times 9 is 135, and then there are 2 zeros. So 13,500. You will have, I think, 2 today in the problems that you're working on where you have to use that break apart. And that's actually going to help you with what you're learning about next week. All right, we've got 5 left. I want us to do some practice with comparing. So you are going to complete this with less than, greater than, or equal to. All right, here's your first one. Go ahead and press pause and press play when you're set. All right, I notice that this is 10 to the 4th and this is also 10 to the 4th. So that means the 8 and the 7 are going to be in the same place. And since 8's greater than 7, this one would be greater. If you're like, I'm not so sure about these, well then do 8 times 10 to the 4th power. 8 times 1 is 8 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. That would be 80,000. And 7 times 10 to the 4th, 7 times 1 is 7 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. That would be 70,000. And 80,000 is greater than 70,000. All right, erase. Next. Try this one out. Okay, when I look at this, I know that 8 is more than 3. However, this 3 is going to have 3 zeros after it, and this 8 is only going to have 2 zeros after it. So that means 3 is in the higher place value. This is greater. If, again, you're like, what? Multiply it out. 3 times 1 is 3, and this 3 means 1, 2, 3 zeros after that. So that's 3,000. 8 times 1 is 8, and this means 2 zeros after it. So 3,000 is greater than 800. All right, 3 left. 18 times 10 to the 4th compared to the quantity of 6 times 3 times 10 to the 4th. Go ahead and press pause, solve it out. All right, for this, 6 times 3 is 18. So 18 times 10 to the 4th, 18 times 10 to the 4th. These are both exactly the same. All right, next. Go ahead and press pause, press play when you're done. All right, so 1 times 10 to the 5th power, or 10 times 10 to the 4th power. I don't know if you noticed, but here I have 5 tens and then 1 more, and here I have 4 tens and 1 more. If you're like, I don't know, multiply them out. 1 times 1 is 1, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros after it, so that will be 100,000. And then if I want to do this one, I can take 10 times 1 is 10 with 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros after it. And oh my goodness, those are exactly the same. Those would be equal to one another. All right, that's it. You should be ready for your little scoot around the room and your riddle packet. Good luck with that. Thank you.